Let's go ahead and get things underway. Welcome to the stream tonight, everyone. Let me go ahead and give Spotify the rest of the stream off, and let me move us over to the screen. Hey, everyone. Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to tonight's Film First Friday, the live stream show where I watch a movie that I have never seen before and react to it on stream. Now, the idea behind these is that I will use these reactions to make reaction videos down the line. So if you're here expecting to see portions of the movie, video, or audio on the live stream with me, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. So if it's just the camera at me, so if that's not what you're here for, I understand. I don't want to waste your time. So just go ahead and head on out. But if you are here and you want to hang out with me and watch it along with me, well, you have arrived at the right spot. Tonight's movie is going to be Lost in Translation. I remember when this hit theaters, I just never got around to seeing it. And I wasn't sure what to make of this movie. It looked like it was supposed to be some kind of comedy, but it also looked like it could have been like a drama or maybe a romance. And I wasn't sure what to make of this movie from the marketing. It's got Bill Murray in it, and it's also got Scarlett Johansson. And apparently there are these two strangers that meet, and they're in, I think, Tokyo. And that's really all I know about this movie. Like, that is the extent to which I know anything about this movie. So it's one of those that I have heard good things about, and I'm very eager to sit down and watch it. So we're going to do that in just a few minutes here. So anyways, let me see. I did put a poll up. It's got 2 votes right now. Basically, what are your feelings about this movie, Lost in Translation? I've got 1 vote that says, I love it, and then another one who's like, I've never seen it. So, which is fine, because how are you going to have any feelings about something if you've never seen it before, right? So please feel free to vote in that poll if you haven't already, and feel free to talk about things in the chat. It's always an improvement to the experience when I hear from you guys in the live chat. So, all right. Anyways, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick sound test. So I'm going to do a couple of things that involves turning off the desktop audio so that you guys cannot hear what I will be listening to, and then I'm gonna put on the headphones, plug in the headphones, and of course I'm working in the dark right there. Okay, and then I've got the movie up. I'm just gonna click on it and start it, and hopefully you guys don't hear anything when I do. If you do, let me know so we can correct it. All right, otherwise we're gonna have a copyright issue that nobody's gonna want to deal with. They're not gonna want me to deal with it. Okay, Focus Features has a ridiculously silent intro. Come on, man. I'm like 10 seconds in and I've heard nothing. Okay. Now, hopefully you're hearing like some background traffic noise. Okay, all right. Just like hone in. Is this Scarlett Johansson's butt that we're looking at? Okay, all right. I'm going to just jump like 5 minutes into the movie and just see what we get here. There we go. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing any dialogue, so I just went ahead and jumped over about 5 minutes into the film. If you heard anything, let me know. If you didn't hear anything, let me know. All right. Okay. So we've got that out of the way, and I've got Trouble here staring at me like I owe her something. She probably wants treats, so I'm going to take a second and give her some treats. Otherwise, she's going to be bothering me for this whole stream. So Hold on, Trouble. Uh-uh. Stay here. Stay here. Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna feed my needy cat. There you go. There's one. She gets 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Okay, there you go, baby. Okay. All right. Trouble treats are now done. All right, you're not hearing anything, but sometimes your hearing is off. Um, I mean, OBS does give me an indicator as to whether or not people can hear the sound. It's usually grayed out. But I'm always going to trust viewer impression. It's more than whatever feedback readings I get from my streaming software. So, Trouble, that's all you're getting. So go find something else to do. Okay, your dad loves you very much. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to do an introduction because, again, we are going to be making reaction videos from these live streams eventually. So in the interest of that eventual reaction video, I'm going to do an introduction to the film. And then when the movie is done, we'll do what I call the postmortem or an outro or whatever you want to call it. And then, so once we're done with the intro, we're going to get right into the movie itself. So I've got everything ready to go. So what we are going to do now is do a quick talk about this movie, which I have never seen. And yeah, we're going to do that right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Film First Friday. Sorry, I had to adjust something while I was doing that. And welcome to Film First Friday, the streaming show where I watch a movie for the first time and react to it on stream. For tonight's feature, we are going to be watching what is this movie from? I think it's from 2007. Hold on. I've got it all up here. No, it's from 2003. Wow, never mind. Okay. All right, for tonight's feature, we are going to be watching the 2003 film Lost in Translation, starring Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. And before I get into it, hold on. Right, okay. And as Film First Friday is a watch party show, this is going to be a watch party and reaction to Lost in Translation. I remember when this movie came out in theaters, and I didn't know what to make of it. I knew that it had Bill Murray in it, and I don't think I knew quite who Scarlett Johansson was at that point, but I did know that she was fun to look at. But with all that said, I just didn't know much about this movie. The marketing, from what I recall, did not really say much in terms of what kind of a movie it was. And so I didn't have any really big reason to get out to the theaters and watch it at the time. And so I didn't. And now years have gone by, decades at this point, and I still haven't seen this movie, which we're only going to be correcting right now with this stream. And I think when I looked this movie up, I do a certain amount of research for all of my movies that I watch on these live streams. And I usually look for genres that they are considered to be part of. And this one, I think, was considered to be a drama, a comedy, and a romance. And really the closest tag that I can find, that I would market as just based on the marketing would be a drama, because that's a fairly nebulous and wide-ranging genre label. So here's what I know about the movie. Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson before she was like super famous. I think her star was rising at this point. And there are these two characters who don't know one another, and they meet in Tokyo, or I can't remember where, and they form some kind of friendship. And that's really all that I think I've gotten from this. So I really don't know what I'm getting into. This movie was recommended to me by a coworker who said this is a more contemplative movie. This is not going to be like a laugh a minute comedy. It's not like an action movie, obviously. And so I'm just kind of like, all right, let's try this out. So I'm looking forward to watching this one, and we are going to get to that in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button. Wow, I screwed that up. Please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoy this reaction, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. Whether you like or dislike this film, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of this movie on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I watch and react to, and I'm creating smaller playlists, usually by genre. Lost in Translation, I believe I have marked it as a comedy, a drama, and possibly as a romance, and possibly something else. It also might make it into a tagged playlist if I ever decide to do like a Bill Murray or a Scarlett Johansson playlist or something to that effect. But regardless of the status of those playlists, they all exist on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started in just a second here. So let me go ahead and put on ye old headphones. All right. And again, I mean, like, I'm definitely excited at seeing another performance of Bill Murray's and another performance of Scarlett Johansson's. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this one is going to give us. All right. CG Anime Fans thinks that both Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson later went on to do voice work for The Jungle Book. Oh, really? Okay. It's news to me. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure that I've got the script up for the movie as well. Oh, right. I don't have the timer up. I need to make sure that you guys can see the timer. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to, when I say here we go, I'm going to throw out the thwip, and then I'm immediately going to click play on the movie, and then I'm going to start the timer. So probably you can start the film about a second after I give out the thwip, and then the timer's probably going to be about a second or two behind the movie. All right? I'm still trying to figure out how to synchronize all of this stuff properly, and it's not easy. All right. Okay. Anyways. All right, everybody. 2003's Lost in Translation. Here we go. All right. And we're off, as they say. Okay. There we go. Okay, whose butt is this? I mean, is it Scarlett Johansson's? I'm going to guess that it is. I'm not complaining. You know, as far as tushes go, it's just interesting that we start on this shot here. Okay, music coming in. We got the title now. Okay. Okay, that's right. Tokyo is in Japan. Hey, Bill Murray, how you doing, buddy? You enjoying your nap? He looks like me when I wake up. I'm just like, yeah, just don't. Wow, is that Tokyo? Like, that's like Times Square in New York City times like 10. Like, maybe not in terms of just like big screens and stuff, but like just the consistency. It's very kind of like sprawling. I've been to Times Square. Times Square is very nice, but man. Oh, there he is. It's a, it's a whiskey advertisement. Okay, all right. Oh, wow. uh, okay, so they're just giving him things and business cards. he's like you all really are what I am. You forgot Adam's birthday. I'm sure he'll understand. Have a good trip. Ooh, is that his wife and is that their son? It's taller than every single other Japanese man in the elevator. Oh wow, he must. Okay, like I mean, it's Bill frickin' Murray, but like he must be playing a big deal to them. Some kind of celebrity. Yeah, everybody here just is happy to meet him. Uh, I like classical music. It's very relaxing. Well, some of it is. Okay. I guess in the early aughts in Tokyo, you could smoke in bars like it was nothing. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at old Bill Murray here. He's got a cigar and everything. Uh-oh. Bob Harris. Okay. He really doesn't want to talk. See you, Bob. Keep it up. Nice. Oh God, I've had nights like this where you're just laying in bed, you're trying to sleep and you can't. And you're just miserable the next day because you're tired and there was nothing you could do about it, you know? Okay, having a fax in my room, oof, no. Bob, you didn't tell me which something you wanted in your study. Oh God, what? Okay, so they're faxing him over shelving plans for his study. And there's Scarjo. She's so pretty. Dude, he's snoring. Come on. Of course he's not awake. Whoa. So she's having one of those nights too where she can't sleep no matter how hard she tries. Mm. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be misogynist or anything, but man, lucky guy. What just happened? So his curtains are automated to open at a certain time every morning? Short shower heads because he's a tall American. Dude, just take the shower head out and just like. He must not have experience with those. Oh man, she looks so bored. Oh, I know that actor. At least his face is familiar. And she's just gonna sit in the window and stare out at the city, huh? He couldn't sleep. He is grumpy. Oh, they're the only two Americans in the elevator. I imagine he's off to do whatever commercial or advertisement he's going to do. I wonder what she's going to do. Like, what is she's going to just go and try to find something to do? Ooh. Oh. We're looking very suave and debonair. Okay. I have no idea. Does he even know what this guy's saying? Casablanca. Bogey. Okay. That's all he said. Probably from the right. That is a lot. It's coming off as very hostile, passionate, with intensity. Yeah. Like I caught the word whiskey and that was about it. Yeah. He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm sorry, the language barrier here. I can do it. Suntoi time. He's like, what have I gotten myself into? I thought that was pretty good. He's gonna get so sick of this so quickly. Is she just like exploring or what? She just making her way down the subways and it's just so weird. I know her as Black Widow. I'm used to seeing her with red hair. I know that's not her natural hair color, but like in my mind, she's just so associated with that role. She looks so. I mean, she's beautiful, but she still looks so. I don't know. What's the word? Unknown here, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So she made it to some kind of a temple or a monastery, and she is not having a good time. Um, she okay. So she doesn't feel like she's being listened to. She she's lonely. She's lonely and she's lost and she feels like she's not seen, which is weird because she would stand out in Japan, you know? Ooh, is she putting on makeup? She's prettying herself up. I mean, she's already a cutie, you know? That's like what? 25-year-old Scarlett Johansson right there? Like, yeah, no. Okay, all right. I guess that was her butt in the intro. What the hell? She stubbed her toe. She, she's literally walking around in her underwear, and he is just like not seeing her. Okay, everybody's smoking. Oh, okay. He doesn't. I'll stop later. I mean, at least she's getting some attention when he asks her not to do it, right? Okay, so he survived his commercial. What the hell? Yeah, he's got about the same facial reaction I would watching that. Is that him? That's him and when he was younger, right? Okay, so he's like, there's nothing on TV that he wants to watch. Okay, come on in. What can I do for you? Whoa. Um, I don't think this is just a massage that they sent him. Holy, like, whoa. Yeah, okay. What? What is this? A badly staged attempt at a lawsuit? Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Holy crap, that was funny. It's like, was she trying to score like a sexual harassment suit off of him? Because wow, that lady deserves an award, a Razzie. The Johnny Carson of Japan. All right. Oh boy, more whiskey commercials. Okay. He doesn't want to stay. Okay. Yeah, he's going stir crazy. Okay. I'll just think, where the hell? I love that. R's and L's are commonly interchanged, I think, in some Asian dialects. I don't know why. I would imagine they just they to them it's the same sound. So, oh, Sinatra. Okay. He's just going to start doing impressions. I mean, not a bad way to do it, you know? As soon as I'm done. Oh, Roger Moore. Okay. Mm-hmm. We know which Bond that guy prefers. He's just like, I am so done with being here. To Scarborough Fair. I mean, this is not exactly an energetic song as it is. Sausalito. Okay, all right. So this is the second time that they've met. The clips on the back of his suit jacket are just driving me nuts. Like, what is with those things? Um, I mean, usually when someone buys you a drink or sends you something over, shouldn't you at least go talk to them? Say hi, thank you for the drink or whatever, you know? Oh God. Oh God, at this point I would just hold on for dear life. It's the treadmill from hell. Dude, find the power switch. Is he? He's got like a very slight limp or something? Did he sprain his ankle? Okay, Charlotte is her name. Okay. Who's this? Oh, God. And this is what, at least day 3 for them? Okay, so they're married. Are they newlyweds or okay? That was weird. Evelyn Waugh. Wow. Okay. Wow. And these two are married? Oh, God. What is our purpose in life? What is it truly? That is some new agey BS if I've ever heard it. Is that the girl from earlier? And she's just like, this person is who they're here to interview, and I mean, to be fair, they're scripting giving her bad, terrible answers, but oh, so they're gonna let her do some arranging. Okay. She's looking for a purpose. I think she just wants to be noticed, you know, because her husband clearly isn't noticing her, aside from just criticizing her. How long are they supposed to be in Japan for? They can't sleep, so they're watching TV in their various rooms. Ooh, yeah. Just hanging out at the bar. His commercial. Okay. They're finally talking to each other. The whiskey works. Uh-huh. Very cute. Okay. 2 years. So they're not newlyweds, but they're vibing well together. I definitely am enjoying them. On pie, kari. There are, I guess, lots of ways to say down the hatch. So can't sleep. They got that in common. Is so he has no interest in the class. He just wants to swim. Okay. Wow. That was a shift in the sound profile. Are we in an arcade? Oh, okay. Rhythm games. Are they playing Guitar Hero? They really love their rhythm games in Japan, don't they? Or at least they did back at this time. I don't know. Try out some rhythm games. I don't know. Okay. No, he was not planning on that. Hey, Mama Leah. Yeah, same here. Okay, thank you for saying the same thing twice at least. What? Yikes. Okay. One thing I love about Bill Murray, he has the greatest like faces and gestures for any situation. He can say a whole lot without saying a single word. Single word. Sorry. He's like, "What the hell, man? What is going on over there?" Dude has no time for his wife. Wow. Well, I mean, he kind of does. Yeah, she's very not happy. And now what do I do with myself? Yeah. Excuse me. You know, it used to be that I could sit at a window like that was really high above everything and I'd be fine. And nowadays, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or whatever, but like whenever I'm in that kind of a position now, like my body has this uncontrollable kind of flail reaction. Like it thinks it's falling even though it's not. I don't know. Well, keep running into each other. I'll be in the bar for the rest of the week. I like that. Hey, Wobble Rocket. How you doing? Oh, something from FedEx. A bunch of somethings from FedEx. What are color? Color? Oh, okay. I have no idea which of them is burgundy, but I'm a guy. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bill Murray. Which one is burgundy? What is it? The camo shirt? Okay, and just reverses it. Okay. Oh yeah, he's so happy. they're like instant friends. I really like that. Charlie Brown, Snoopy. Okay. Oh, they're all very excited. Okay. Are they having a good time? I mean, okay, all right. I mean, I don't know Japanese or French, so I would not have a clue what is going on. Whoa, what is going on? What the heck? Is this like, what the heck is going on? What is he firing? Is it like pellets or blanks or what? And here we go. They got separated, and now they're just kind of doing their own thing. That was just random. Shizo. Okay. I was gonna say, like, it would just be weird if they ended up at the house of the director that was yelling at him when they shot the whiskey commercial. Okay. Oh God. Okay. All right, dude. Chill. So they're just going from place to place to place. Okay. I have no idea what song this is. Oh, she's got a wig on now. Use my fingers. Use my meditation. Oh, cause I gonna make you see. Yeah, I know this song. No one like me. I'm special. I'm special. Mr. Bob Harris. Oh God, he's singing more than this. More than this. Yeah, I know this song. More than this. So, okay, all right. A night of varying parties and some karaoke. I mean, that's fun. Clearly, they've been having a good time. Oh, they're just chilling together. They're just a couple of pals that had never known each other 2 days before. Okay, we're taking a cab somewhere. Are they coming back to the hotel or? He's out like a light. And now she's out like a light. God, he's like so big and she's like so tiny. It's just funny. All right. Good night, like a good evening spent. And now just stumble back to your room and go to sleep, I guess. Good fun evening. Does he even he still has no idea what color the burgundy one is. So on a completely different sleeping schedule now. Oh, that okay. It seemed to kind of go off the rails at the end there. Oh, yeah. Drunk dialing your wife. I mean, I guess there are worse things you could have done, but you know, is he golfing? And in front of this great big mountain. I've never really been much of a golfer. I just don't understand golf. Like, I get the basic idea, but it's like, I don't know. I don't, I don't see the point, I guess. Oh, did we see where it went? Because I totally lost it. Okay. Oh God, dude. Oh man, he really is taking her to the doctor. Mixed internal. I'm just like, I mean, as far as I can tell, her feet look okay. So, what the heck? Sounds like we need a translator here. Irundiska. Appa? Japan after Nanan? They're like laughing because they're okay. So are we good? Are we not? You know, what is what is that? Okay, so they did bandage her up a bit. Oh, she and her husband look very sweet together. Oh man. And so she faxed him the map and he got it, and now he's coming to meet them, it looks like. Oh God. Okay, it's a strip joint. He thought she was gonna fall over. I couldn't say either. Taking a dance class? Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Let's get out of here. There you are, Mr. Whiskey. What? Isn't that song? Isn't that from a James Bond movie? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Still can't sleep, huh? What? Just a note slipped under the door? What? That's mysterious. Are you awake? It's a text message before text messages were a thing. Are they drinking sake? I have no idea. That is a good question. No, that's not the reason. I mean, I guess that's kind of true. But I'm so mean. So these are some deep questions. I mean, I made the semi conscious decision to not have kids partially for reasons like this. New York and LA. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a city brat, but yeah. I was going to say, why are her feet against him? She's like got her legs kicked up and she has her feet against his legs. She's going out to the coast today. Okay, Kyoto. I don't know anything about Kyoto other than how to say the name. Is this like a wedding ceremony or what? Oh, that's pretty. The walking path? What is this? Something like or origami tree leaves or something? So much I don't understand going on here. Okay. Okay. He's like avoiding them. Okay, what was that? That was weird. Is he just... Call me if you get... What? Okay, so this is the Japanese Johnny Carson guy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you would definitely need a translator in this situation. Okay, all right. Thank you for the welcome, I guess. He's like a submerged turtle. Oh God. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Damn. Jesus. I mean, she's the one that called him, okay? I don't know. Ah, he is clearly not having a good time on that show. Yeah. Oh, the singer. Okay. Did they sleep together? If they did, she got up and left pretty quickly afterwards. Okay, yeah. It's like, oh god, did I? Did I really? Uh, kind of. I mean, so is she upset with him because I don't know. Wow, just purely informational exchanges at this point. Uh-huh. Wow. Are they just snarking at each other right now? Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That look she's giving him, like, God, if looks could kill, you know? But yeah, like, I don't know, is Charlotte, like, jealous of the singer lady? Or I don't. Oh, I know that song too. Walk into the room. In the vibes. Hmm. Aww. Start a jazz band. I think he just like feels normal around her and she feels seen around him, you know? Awkward lip peck. Charlotte, see you tonight. I miss you. Is that from her husband? Oh, he doesn't want to leave. Oh, I get to say goodbye again. Oh, oh, he's really gonna miss her. What? What? What are you doing, dude? Okay, That's not going to be her, is it? That just seems like a very strangely odd coincidence if it is. Oh, what? What did he say to her? Okay. I think they both kind of got the goodbye that they wanted from each other. Like, something that wasn't just for public consumption, it was just for the two of them. So she's still there in Japan. He's on his way home. That's it? Wow. I'm going to guess that there's no post-credit scene. But I'm also going to check just to be sure. Okay. Yeah, they said goodbye and then that was it. Okay. All right. Interesting movie. I I understand why the marketing for this movie had such a difficult time conveying what kind of film it is because it's like, you know, there are semi-romantic overtones between the two of them, but like aside from like that one kiss at the end, which you know, you could make the argument that it was just two people who were really going to miss each other saying goodbye. Um, yeah, there really weren't any like big romantic overtones between the two of them. They were just like two people who met and you know kind of gelled and hung out and became really fast friends. And I don't know. We're just gonna let the credits roll here. We've got about 3 more minutes, so I mean, I guess you could say that there was like the scene where she kind of busted his balls a little bit for sleeping with the singer. But I mean, like I don't know. I mean, them snarking at each other was it was both amusing but also a little bit painful to watch because like in that moment they definitely were not like they were almost hostile to one another. I don't know. And yeah, what do you think Bill Murray said to her at the end? Because like I have no idea what it was. I mean, I guess it's open to interpretation, but I like to think that what he said to her was something along the lines of, I don't know if we're ever going to see each other again, and if we don't, I just want you to know that like these few days that we spent together were wonderful and I'll never forget them. Something like that. I don't know. I Yeah, I'm probably gonna look that up too. Like, what did Bill Murray whisper to her? I don't know. Like, I'm guessing because it was pretty indistinct. So yeah, what did Bill Murray whisper? Okay, it was very intentionally left inaudible to the audience. The exact words were never intended to be revealed, and it's left to the viewer to interpret what they might have said or what he might have said based on the context of their relationship. It was meant to be something intimate between the characters, according to Sofia Coppola. Okay. Is that it was someone waving? Okay, it wasn't really a post-credit scene. It was just someone waving to the camera. I think it was one of the actresses. So, okay. All right. Um and then there's a whole bunch of there's probably a whole bunch of speculation uh about what he actually said to her, and I mean, I guess the bottom line is we'll never know, but it was interesting, very interesting. Okay, All right, let me go ahead and do the postmortem here. So we're gonna go ahead and just get into it, and we're gonna do that right now. Okay, so that was 2003's Lost in Translation, starring Bill Murray and a very young Scarlett Johansson. My understanding is that she wasn't even 20 when this was filmed and released. So, because I think she was born in 1984, and this movie was released in 2003. So it was probably shot in 2002. So, so yeah. Um, I don't know. Like it's interesting because I've watched movies before where I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? And that question in and of itself is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it applies to things that I had no idea what was going on and was just like, what the hell? I couldn't enjoy this. But it's also a question that I applied to The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, which was like, what the hell did I just watch? But in a really good sense, in a really kind of like, wow, this is, oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to stop the timer. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Sorry, guys. All right, stopping it, resetting it, and then sending the timer away. All right, okay. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of restart this. So give me just a second here. There we go. All right. And that was 2003's Lost in Translation, starring Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. A baby Scarlett Johansson. Maybe not a baby Scarlett Johansson, but she wasn't even 20 when this movie was released. It was released in 2003. She was born in 1984. I'm guessing it was shot probably in 2002 or 2003, depending on when in 2003 it was released. So yeah. And I don't know, it was an interesting movie. Like it was very it begs the question, kind of like what the hell did I just watch? And that's not a bad question to ask about a film. It can certainly apply to bad films, like the kind where you're like, what the hell did I just watch? What was that? I couldn't put anything together and then I couldn't enjoy it, you know. But the question also applies to movies like The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, where I'm just like, what? Whoa, what is going on? Why are these guys so crazy? But I could still like kind of go with it and enjoy it. And I would say it's a valid question to apply to Lost in Translation as well, because it it does a lot of things that you kind of don't expect, Usually if you tell a story about these two people, these two lonely people who, they meet, they notice each other in this kind of place where otherwise they're, um, otherwise they maybe wouldn't have noticed each other or they wouldn't have connected in the way they did. You'd think that was a romance, like these two people are going to, fall in love and everything. And that's really not what happens here, at least as far as I can tell, that's not what happens. You get two people who kind of vibe and are like, I kind of get you in a way that doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, I mean, the fact that they're each married kind of sets it up so that would be a very hard proposition uh, to kind of take without them being like these terrible people, like cheating on their spouses and stuff like that. And I mean, maybe if they had both been single, this could have been a romance, but that's not necessarily what they needed from each other, and that's definitely not what they give each other. I think I said earlier, like, Charlotte, Scarlett Johansson's character, she feels seen around Bob, Bill Murray's character, and Bob feels like he can be kind of his normal, kind of goofy, kind of sardonic self around her, so he feels normal around her and she feels seen around him. And so they make really good, just kind of like fast friends. They've got these things in common. They're both having trouble sleeping. I think they both feel like their respective marriages are in difficult places. She's not sure who she wants to be, and he's not sure, kind of who he is now that, like, it looks like his most famous days are past him. His wife doesn't really seem to need him as much anymore, and he's just kind of like, you know, who am I without all this stuff? And so it's a good story, kind of about people just finding each other and seeing each other when they kind of really need to. They really need that. They need I guess, the kind of emotional intimacy that can come with a deep friendship. And that's kind of, I feel, what we got here. It's when they finally meet that, we start feeling, or we start to not feel like sorry for these two characters. And I rather like that it goes into an intimate place without having to be romantic. I really do like that. And I really do feel that that's something that a lot of media could stand to do more of, show very deep friendships. Deep friendships between, a man and a woman, very deep friendships between, two men. I feel like we get a lot of that between two women, but, hey, keep bringing that too. But it was overall, like, it was one of those stories where, like, I was starting to choke up a little bit when they said goodbye. Especially when I feel like he looked really stricken after they said goodbye. The first time, like when she walked towards the elevator and everything, and then he finally got to find her without all these people watching them, and they got to have, like, the kind of emotional, like, I'm going to miss you goodbye. And I really kind of like that. Hi, hello. Your dad loves you. Your dad loves you very much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Um, I do feel like this is a film that probably begs for a rewatch, simply because I would like to maybe see details that I missed and stuff like that. There was a lot to like about this movie. Again, I really feel like the relationship dynamic is fairly unconventional, particularly between a man and a woman in a lot of media. You're starting to see more of that. I think a really good example that I can come up with of a male and a female, like, pretty deep friendship that is not romantic is Mariner and Boimler from the show Star Trek Lower Decks. It's an animated Star Trek show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. They've got a very kind of deep bond, and you could make the argument that it's more brother-sister than it is romantic, although there are people that are like, no, we ship them, does there always need to be a ship? And I don't know, maybe that's the question that this movie actually asks. I liked a lot of the music. The music was good for setting some of the scenes. A lot of it I had never heard. I just kind of, like, I found myself just kind of, like, grooving to it, vibing to it, I guess. And yeah, I really like that. I recognized a lot of the songs. The song that the singer that Bill Murray slept with, what she was singing afterwards, I couldn't tell you the name of the song, but I definitely have heard it before. Midnight, midnight at the Oasis. Like, I've definitely heard that song before. I would have to Google it to tell you what it was. But there was the song "So Into You," which was, like, I think, the last song that was playing in the hotel bar when Bob and Charlotte were having their final drink together, and it was the night before they said goodbye and everything. Which was a little confusing because that's kind of a very, like, you know, that's a very intimate song, like, in almost a sexual way. I I would have to go over the lyrics again to be absolutely certain, but I mean, like, you know, like, it was just, I am so into you, So I don't know. Again, this movie does a good job of kind of like straddling that line. So, but I think the biggest question that this movie leaves for the audience is the one that occurs at the very end when when Bob says goodbye to Charlotte. He whispers something to her, and it is deliberately left vague. You're not supposed to know what he says to her. And I would imagine there is a whole lot of speculation about what it is that he said to her. And I think the intention was for the audience to just kind of, put their own spin on it, kind of based on what they think their relationship was. And for my own part, I guess I feel like what I like to think he said to her was something along the lines of, I don't know if we'll ever see each other again, and if we don't, I just want you to know that, like, this time together that we spent hanging out was, like, something I really needed, and it's something I'm never going to forget. And, I I I hope that, if I hope that you feel the same, and, that I wish you all the best I wish you all the best in life. That's kind of what I would like to think that he said to her, something along those lines. But again, I'm sure there are all kinds of, things that I'll probably go looking up after this just to see, like, what in the hell did he say, or what do you think he said to her? So I don't know. But overall, good movie. If I were to, I mean, I'm gonna write a review of this for Letterboxd, and I'm thinking right now the rating that I would give it is probably at least a 3.5, maybe even a 4. Simply because, like, I really liked their, I don't know, I just really liked their bond, Charlotte and Bob's bond. And they're two very different people. I don't really think they would have worked in a romantic relationship, but hey, I've been wrong about stuff like that in the past, so, don't take my word as gospel for that. But, I really like what we saw from them. It just really felt like a really deep bond was formed very quickly between the two of them, and I really liked that. And I think it was very convincingly portrayed by both of those actors. So, but yeah, this was a good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and hit the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoyed this reaction, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. What'd you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. You can find the full and unedited live stream of these reactions on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I have watched and reacted to, and I'm starting to divide them up into smaller playlists, usually by genre. After seeing Lost in Translation, I would definitely consider it a drama, maybe a romance, maybe. And probably a comedy too. It's very kind of, the comedic undertones are definitely under a bit, but I definitely had a few laughs at this one. So, and then, I mean, if I ever decided to do a tagged playlist where I'm putting up like Bill Murray movies or Scarlett Johansson movies or comedy romances, I don't know. It might appear on one of those as well. But regardless as to the status of those playlists, you can find all of them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only live streams, members-only videos, and early access to selected uploaded content. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. All right, and I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Hey, let me see what you guys were saying. CG. The film's director, Sofia Coppola, is the daughter of the Godfather director, Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah. She was an actress for a while. She has a prominent role in the third Godfather film. I don't think I ever saw the third Godfather film. I've seen the first two. But yeah, I think I remember reading all this. So Sophia's acting was not very well liked. I don't think she's that bad in the third Godfather film, but I think that most people would disagree. Thankfully, she became a well-liked director. I mean, you know, you got to get your kudos wherever you can, right? CG Anime fan can't think of a film that Bill Murray was bad in. I was actually looking at the two of them near the end of the movie, and I'm like, these are both MCU alums now, aren't they? They totally are. Bill Murray did Human Torch's voice for the Fantastic Four radio show, so he had a Marvel role long before appearing in Ant-Man 3. Huh! I did not know that. Okay. Let's see. He thinks that Scarlett Johansson was a teenager when the film was made because she was born in 1984. Okay, and the film came out in 2003. Yeah. Kind of funny that Bill Murray played another character named Bob after playing the title character of What About Bob? I mean, you know, coincidence, I guess. So Mama Leah popped in, said hello, and then she's never seen this movie before. For the record, I really liked it. It's definitely like one of those, you know, like put your phone down and watch the whole thing kind of movies. And it's very kind of muted in some ways, but I definitely enjoyed it. So I would definitely recommend it. Wobble Rocket stopped by. Thank you for doing so, Wobble Rocket. Kabumo said that he watched this movie so long ago and can't even recall what happened. So, Kabumo, does that mean you thought it was boring? Or I'd be curious to know more about that. Did I love the film? I mean, I did like this film. I really did. It was kind of just one of those, like, I don't know. It's a movie that I think is, I think partially because it tries to defy kind of categorization and, you know, a really clear example of any particular genre or anything. I think that's part of its charm, but I also think that that ScarJo and Bill Murray did a really good job of kind of making their characters charming enough and likable enough that it helps bring you along with them. And I think that's definitely a thing that, like, I think it made a difference. I think that this premise could have been Hi. Hello, sweetie. How are you? How is my cat daughter? How is she? Huh? Are you good? She was being such a butt earlier. Yes, you were. You were being a butt. She was knocking stuff over and just being slow about things, and yeah, I don't know. All right, CG Enemy Fan says that he says, I do want platonic friendships between men and women to get more attention, because there was a time in films where it felt like men and women couldn't just be friends. Yeah, and I like to think that that is becoming more the case. CG, I'm not sure if you're much of a Star Trek fan, but if you haven't checked out Star Trek Lower Decks, I would highly recommend it, because I really feel like that's a good example of a friendship between two unrelated, like a man and a woman, and they're friends. They very much care deeply for each other, and it shows. And like, it never becomes romantic, and I think that's a good thing. So, all right, you're a fan of the Picard Star Trek shows? Okay. Um, I mean, I thought Picard was pretty good. The third season was fantastic, and definitely what I think a lot of fans felt was missing in the first two seasons. But I also thought the first two seasons were pretty good. Um, you should check out Lower Decks if you have the opportunity. I really like that show, and I'm glad that I caught it in time to watch the final season and watch it end. So, but okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to get going. Trouble is staring at me, which probably means she wants treats or attention or both. So I'm going to go and do that. And I'm probably going to go to sleep soon, because I do have to go to work in the morning. So thanks to everyone who hung out. And, if you watched it along with me, great. I appreciate it. And if you didn't, thank you for hanging out anyways. I appreciate that as well. I'm going to take one final look at the poll. We got 5 votes, 3 for never seen it, 1 for I love it, and then another person said it's okay. So, all right, we got a range of opinions, from our 5 votes, mostly people who hadn't seen it. So, but I'm going to get going. So, in the meantime, guys, take care. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye!